The thoughts and opinions expressed during this broadcast are for entertainment purposes only. They are not facts. Now enjoy the show.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? It's the Not Impressed Podcast. We back with another one. It's episode 65. It's your boy Kane's World.
For peace sake.
What the fuck is going on out there in TV land? What's the deal, everybody, man? It's been a nice little week. We got a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit going on this week.
Do got a lot of shit going on.
A very interesting thing I seen that just popped up was apparently there was a Tesla worker that was attacked by a robot.
Yep. It's kind of crazy.
So now they're filing a lawsuit. I believe it was in Texas at the Tesla factory.
Mm-hmm.
There was an engineer there working on 2 downed machines.
Yeah.
And you said it was a robotic arm, right?
Mhm.
Robotic arm just randomly swipes him, gouges
Pins
him.
him down.
Yeah, pins him down, gouges his arm and back,
Yeah.
and leaves a trail of blood.
Yeah. He like slid down like this chute where like the aluminum goes and shit. Because like usually the machine is for like grabbing aluminum off the line and stuff.
So
that
it
shit
grabbed
just-
him instead of the aluminum
Yeah.
and put him
Kinda
in the
just-
chute?
Kind of just malfunctioned and helped pin him down.
That's crazy.
When you first hear the headline though, you like me? I'm thinking iRobot.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
Well,
what I
because
mean?
you've seen the Tesla robots that they're building, so you think, oh, do they have these?
Well, it's just because like the media, bro. They did like the image that they had was like a freaking
it was
iRobot.
the Tesla robot. That's
Yeah.
what it was. That's what I'm saying. They kind of use that because they
Yeah.
have they're making a Tesla robot, but we all know there's no robot like that.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, I don't know. You don't know what
I
bro,
mean,
there's a lot of production of robots going on.
not like that though. That's like
Yeah.
but I'm saying that's in like general production that anybody can use, and it's like in factories and shit.
No.
No.
Like to the
That's
public.
like-
No.
Yeah, that's like Boston
It's in-
Dynamics. They're making it, and you see a video of it walking upstairs type shit. You know, it's
doing
just learning,
backflips and shit.
but not fucking in the factory working doing shit.
That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy because like the dude's just working on a robot, like on some down machines,
Yeah,
and then just randomly gets picked up and like pinned down and shit. Like,
I've definitely worked with those arms and stuff. We have those at my job.
yeah.
Not in my area, but
You've
in
worked with
other
those
areas.
before?
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty crazy. Like
But they're like,
they can move and they could like move in like 360. Some of
Mhm.
them. That's insane. Because even doesn't Amazon factories run with that?
I think so. A lot of places, robotic arms, that's regular now.
Yeah.
You understand?
But it just makes you think like I think what happened there is like, of course, it just malfunctioned and like it essentially was like
Thought it was doing his
thought
job.
it was doing his job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like
It wasn't like purposely and shit.
yeah, it was not like oh the robot got its own mind
Mhm.
and fucking started attacking and shit.
Globodyne.
I've been working too hard.
Uh,
Like,
this motherfucker get breaks, not me.
oh man,
I was just
but,
watching that movie, Finch. It was pretty good with Tom Hanks. I only watched like half of it. It got very good ratings, but I never actually watched it.
Mhm.
If anybody wants to check it out there, it's on Apple TV. Finch. It's like a post-apocalyptic, but he builds a robot. He's basically trying to escape like
Never
a
heard of it.
superstorm. It's like post-apocalyptic, so there's 15 storms, and they're all about to like coincide in one place, basically where he's staying at. So he was already building this robot, and then the day he finally gets it to work, that storm is like a day away, and it's a 40-day storm. So now he has to like leave with the robot and his dog.
And is this robot? Is it like just a regular sized robot, or is this like something he can fit in?
It's
like,
bigger than him.
Okay,
It's like doing its own thing. Like it's basically AI and shit.
Got you. Is it a new movie?
I want to say 2021.
Yeah, I never heard of
It
it.
had very good ratings, but I never
was it
actually
on?
got a chance to watch Apple TV.
Oh, okay,
But I never got a chance to actually watch it. And then you're searching for shit because you could never find nothing to watch. So I've been specifically going to because I never watch Apple TV.
Mhm.
So I've been specifically looking up like top movies for Apple TV,
Mm,
and so it's just giving me a list of shit I've never seen, but it's good quality,
Got you.
good quality movies.
No, I mean, bro, I've been I haven't been able to find nothing to watch lately.
You gotta do the Apple TV. There's some good shit on there.
Go on the site, huh?
Yeah, you just Google Apple TV movies and go to the site.
Mhm.
I just watched Dream Scenario. That one was a really good one too. That one just came out.
What was
That
that
one's
one
still
about?
in theaters, I think. It's Nicolas Cage, and basically out of nowhere, everybody in the world starts dreaming about him.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Crazy. Was it good?
yeah, it's pretty good. I still have
'Cause
like
Jack
30 more minutes.
What you said? Nicolas Cage
Yeah,
movies are kind of.
but it's not like one of those movies where he's like fucking Ghost Rider, like fighter. Or some
No,
shit.
for sure.
I mean,
for
what
sure.
you mean? He's a legend. Just don't talk about Nicolas Cage like that, nigga.
I
Face
don't
off,
know.
nigga.
I don't remember it, honestly. It's so long. It's been so. That's an old ass movie, bro.
But it's a classic. You should rewatch it. That's 90s classic.
But I mean, I don't remember it at all, so I probably need to rewatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it starts out like he's just basically like a bystander in everybody's dreams. And he's like kind of mad because he's like, why don't I ever do anything? Like he literally just, whether they're being killed, whether they're running, he just stands there and like looks and doesn't say anything. And then like it kind of progresses where he starts doing different stuff in different dreams. And then there's even one like hot like assistant, and she's like, she had dreams about she was fucking him and shit. So she has like fantasies. He's like an old man and shit. She's like has fantasies of him fucking her.
Okay, okay. But is he like, when you say dream, like does he know that people are dreaming about him, or
so like,
or do they just come across and be like, hey, I had a dream about you? Like,
yeah, it starts with like his ex popping up at a like show while he's with his wife, and she's like, I had a dream about you. We should catch up. And his wife's like, and then they just catch up though, and then like out of nowhere, more people start telling him. Then like one of his friends calls him and says, hey, my wife was having a dream about you. We always have dinner. And my other friend that's never met you in his life, his wife's talking about having a dream about somebody. And I show them a picture of you. And she says it's you.
That's crazy.
And then after that, it just...
That's a crazy, that's a pretty crazy concept.
Yeah, it's an A24 movie. Which all the A24 movies are good.
Yeah, is that like the thriller?
They don't do just thrills. They have to do a lot of stuff. But
I see a lot of like,
you know it from is like Hereditary and like stuff like that. But they also did Uncut Gems.
I gotta check that shit out.
They did Uncut Gems.
What's that?
You've seen Uncut Gems, bro. Tired of you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Use your fucking brain, bro.
I'd never seen that movie in my
Uncut Gems.
Life. What is that?
Adam Sandler. Came out on Netflix about a year and a half ago.
Nope.
Great movie.
Nope. Nope.
Well, check it out, bro. It's on Netflix, bro.
I'm sorry I can't watch all your movies, bro.
It's not me, bro. It's your. If you don't enjoy art, bro,
I do enjoy art, but like
I can't.
I already told you, like it's either I put my fucking mind there or I put my mind somewhere else.
It's not that, bro.
It is that
because
you're telling me that.
You're telling me that when you play San Andreas, you can't watch a movie instead.
What do you mean play San Andreas? Like multitask?
No, I'm saying like
instead of play San Andreas,
you're making it seem like you 24/7 only do fucking
a lot of. You don't know what I be doing. Clearly,
fool. I talk to you. Sometimes you're just playing. You're at work. You take a nap. You're playing San Andreas. Sometimes you don't listen.
Sometimes,
you're telling me when you
majority of the time, no.
You're telling me when you and Snorker at work, you guys don't ever sit down and listen to a podcast.
I watch a movie. I've watched movies.
What are we talking about? Why you making it seem like you don't?
I'm just saying, like a lot of times you're like, oh, you didn't watch this? Like, no, nigga, I didn't watch it because my mind ain't there. Like,
but you
and that's just the truth.
But you watched something else.
No, not really. Like, bro, I haven't really been even like watching no fucking movies or nothing, dog.
In the last couple months, but in this last 2 years, you've watched movies.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then what are we talking about?
But I'm just talking about majority of the time.
Okay, but I'm not talking about majority of the time.
Majority.
Okay, so I'm not saying you got to see every single little movie. This, that.
Like you name so many movies I never even heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm a fan.
Honestly, like the Uncut Gems, I never heard of it ever.
I'm a fan.
And it's an Adam Sandler movie, and I fuck with Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie too.
Never seen it at all.
And you've spent a lot of time on Netflix too. It was there.
I hate Netflix. Netflix is whack.
It was there. You're just not looking through it.
Like there's like I've been going on Netflix. Like I'll go on Netflix and shit and shuffle through movies and stuff, and like they just have a bunch of random shit on there to me.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like to like cipher through all the shit. Like you're just like, damn, you go through everything and just like, nah. I don't know. Their options are kind of, they take forever to me for like to like put new shit up there. Mm-hmm. And then like on top of that, like they don't ever, well, I don't know. You can use Tubi if you want to look for like the old stuff too.
Yeah.
Tubi's fire.
They be having some shit though. And then like I feel like all the Netflix films that have been dropping that are like actual Netflix films, like a lot of them have been pretty good.
Yeah.
You got the fucking Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg one. You got Bright with Will Smith and fucking.
I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one at all.
Why?
It was just boring, bro.
To me, it was just fucking fire.
To me, it was just
Did
boring.
you watch it or were you on your phone?
If I was on my phone, it just doesn't. If it doesn't catch my interest, it just doesn't catch my interest.
Nigga,
dog.
It's a fucking. Nobody knows that they're fucking bright unless they grab the wand. And 9 out of 10
And I
people
hate mythical
explode.
shit.
9 out of 10 people explode, but then it was cool because they mixed the mythical shit with real
With
shit.
real shit, I get it,
It
but
was
it's
tight.
like,
It was a real world with mythical. When have you ever seen that done?
never. But
That was a great movie, bro. That was a great movie.
I don't know.
That's
It's
a very good
it's like
movie.
I watch it and then like I just like at some point just like I derail.
But
you know
I
what
think
mean?
that like also
Don't get me wrong though. I think what it is. Go ahead before I
I
go
think
on.
also like if you it depends on like because like I've watched a movie before where I didn't give it my complete like attention. I didn't let it. There's things that they add to the movie to draw your attention, get you to feel compassion, get you to like this character, so that when he dies later, you're sad, or make you not like this person, but then give you little hints of its character building. You know what I mean? Same shit
Mhm.
they do in books, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So it's like if you are missing these things, even if like you're watching it for 10 minutes and like
That's not enough time.
that's
for
not enough
sure.
time. But if you only watch it for 10 minutes, you basically haven't even given them enough time to build all the characters to make you fall in love with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Now fast forward 45 minutes later, you're looking at your phone, you're looking up, oh, so-and-so died. Now you have no emotional attachment to so-and-so. So now the movie's trash. The movie has no chance. You feel me? Like
I don't know. I just like lose interest. The thing is, I think what plays a role in it though is not necessarily like a lack of interest either though. I think it's like a focus. You know what I mean? Like for me, it is hard to focus right now on an extended period of time
for
of
sure.
fucking material. You know what I mean?
For
Like
sure.
we get like so many different videos and fucking so many different distractions and you know what I mean? Like that
sure.
it has fucked up the attention span. You know what I mean?
For
Like
sure. I mean, like, even if I'm fucking, I mean, like, it's harder for me to watch movies by myself for 2 hours straight. Like, it's a little, now these days, it's harder for me to just sit there for 2 hours by myself and watch a movie unless I let it or like I'm high and I really let it like draw me in. For the most part, it's pretty fucking hard. And then if I am like, there's a lot of times where like, especially if I just go home from work, because that'll be like the really only time I have to watch a movie is like, oh, it's like 8 p.m. Let me watch one before I go to bed. But then like now I haven't been on my phone all day. So now I'm laying there, the movie's just started, and I look at my phone a couple times. Now next thing you know, I'm every
going back
couple
and forth.
intervals looking at my phone and then like not paying attention to the movie at all.
Yeah.
Shit like that. So I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, like it's one of those things too. So I don't think it's just only like a lack of interest too, because I just get bored.
But there
Like,
there are some movies that are,
attention.
I don't know, like I said, it's the same as like a book where you like there's a whole art to that shit. The character building,
Yeah.
fucking I guess I just like I said, I grew up watching movies, so
I mean that's the thing I did too, but I just over I would say like this last like several years, like maybe like within the last 5 years, like I watch the movies that hit or whatever, like shit that just like it just draws me in, right? But like a lot of times, like I just can't focus on it, bro. Like I just really can't. It's like with me in sports, you know what I mean? Like the reason I don't watch basketball and football games anymore is because like it does take a lot of time to watch those things.
But
and
I've
follow
definitely
along.
tried to watch a movie with you, and it wasn't that you were editing a video. It was just you were literally just fucking scrolling on Instagram instead. So it's like I said, that's why I'm like,
If you say
okay,
so.
motherfucker, I've seen it.
If you say so.
What do you mean? I've seen it.
But the thing is, like, it's like about also the like the
I'm just saying, not every instance is you fucking. I'm fucking writing a book of my own type shit. Like
I'm
nigga,
writing a book,
shut
nigga.
the
I'm
fuck
writing
up.
a
I've
book.
seen you.
No, it's
literally
but it's
right
also
there
about
looking
it's-
at butt cheeks on Instagram.
No, that's about. I was about to say that. It's about what I'm intaking too, motherfucker. If I'm over here just like looking at a bunch of bitches on my timeline, which it does happen sometimes,
Yeah, okay.
but majority of the time that's not the case, bro.
You're just
like-
looking for topics all the time, huh?
Yeah, I'm just like
You're
studying,
just
looking for topics.
He's not looking at cheeks, guys.
editing, learning about marketing.
He's not looking at cheeks, guys. He's fucking
getting
he's
inspiration.
getting inspiration and
You know what I'm
ideas to
saying?
record. I
Ideas.
get it.
Yes, bro.
I
Like
get
it's that. But it's intentional, it's intentional. But look, no. Since we're talking about the movies and shit,
It's all about, it's subjective.
I was looking up like I seen a clip of Tom Cruise. I think we might have talked about it before, but Tom Cruise doing his own stunts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Tom Cruise doing his own stunt, and it was like him like riding a motorcycle, jumping off a cliff. a motorcycle and just kind of like lets it go.
Yeah, I seen that. That was just recently.
But it made me think like I'm like, oh, like who are some of the actors and stuff in the industry that actually do their own stunts?
Mm-hmm.
There was a top 10 list. I don't remember all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but one of could you guess who number 1 was?
Jackie Chan.
How'd you know?
Cause that nigga. He be doing all the stunts this whole time.
Okay. Yeah, Jackie Chan was number 1.
My nigga said, "How'd you know?"
But there was, I know this nigga's over here fucking intuitive ass nigga.
Probably before here was probably what's that nigga's name? The nigga that's in all the action movies with the broad ass strong chin.
Seagal?
Steven Seagal, the other one.
Van Damme?
Van Damme.
Nah, he wasn't even on that list.
Wow.
Nope, he wasn't on that list.
But
there was another guy on there. I forget his name, bro. But he was like this guy studied multiple different. Like he was a master in multiple different martial arts.
IP man.
I think he might have been that guy.
The IP man.
And
he's the one who trained like Bruce Lee or some shit.
Yeah, he's sick, bro. Like he was sick. Like the stunts that he would be doing. Like he had a stunt where he was running on people's shoulders.
Have you seen that movie, IP man?
No. Never seen that one.
There's a movie about him.
But this nigga was running on people's shoulders, bro, for one of the clips.
I could do that. On me.
If you were an actor, like
do my own stunts?
Would you like to do your own stunts?
Fuck yeah.
Like you're jumping off a 3-story building.
Fuck yeah.
Running like there's a mob chasing you, bro. And you gotta jump from one building to another.
I did that before when I was a kid.
I did that shit for free.
I used to do that shit all the
Throw
time.
some money at me? Let's do it.
Yeah, I told you the time me and Mariah were doing it and then they caught us. And Mariah was gonna get away, and my dumbass stopped like a dumbass. And that's what I learned. You never stop when somebody says stop.
Run.
Just keep going, nigga.
Yeah, but interesting, man. Interesting. Like the Jackie Chan, he's broken multiple bones, bro.
Oh yeah,
doing that shit.
What about what's his name? Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville. Was
not Johnny Knoxville. Steve. No, was it Steve or Johnny Knoxville that broke all the bones?
I think Johnny.
I think it might have been Steve. Oh,
he had a stunt.
Or maybe Johnny.
He broke all his bones and stuff.
Yeah, there's a video. If you look it up on YouTube, it's like all his injuries. And he's just on there breaking it down. He's like, I broke this 4 times, broke this 3 times, broke that time. That shit's crazy.
Hey, Jackass was a crazy era, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, I was like willing to try some of the stunts.
I remember one time we stole a video camera. I don't remember where we stole it from. It's like an old like cassette one. And fucking we were like walking through North Hollywood and we were like, let's do some Jackass stuff. And then I got in the cart. And they threw me in the cart into the bush. You're like, all right, you try recording this shit. Imagine we found that video.
That shit up on MySpace somewhere.
No, we didn't even throw it up. We just were having fucking around. Fucking imagine I found that video. That'd be crazy.
That'd be funny as hell. One of my favorite like Jackass things that they used to be doing is like
you like when they would wear the thongs, huh?
You know, like when they would crack, like have fools have to be in full football gear and just crack the fuck out of somebody. Like, dude would just be standing there and just get popped. Boom.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. It's crazy too, because like I could see myself now being older. Like, let's say my kid was watching Jackass. Like, why are you like watching this stupid shit?
Really?
Possible? No, not Jackass. Like, if it just came out, like was just
like
it never happened before.
Yeah,
it just came out. I'd be like, the fuck you watching this shit for? This nigga's stapling his nuts to the table and shit. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of crazy. Like,
there was some crazy shit that they would like some.
Cause that was a different time.
Questionable.
That was a different time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if that were to like come out now, but never had happened before, it would probably look kind of crazy.
Very true.
They'd be like, "Why are you guys showing the kids this? There's
true.
kids all over the world stapling their assholes closed." Remember that one? This nigga stapled his butthole closed. His butt, not his butthole. His butt cracked. Butt cracked. They did like a scorpion or something on the nuts.
Yeah,
or like a crab or some shit.
They had an alligator. This fool fucking Chris was hanging up with the meat out of his fucking thong. The alligator come and grab that shit.
That was crazy.
They did some questionable stuff.
You couldn't
One
pay
of
me
the
enough.
most nastiest things was drinking Preston's fucking sweat. When those fools drank that fool's sweat. That's or the horse cum, fool.
That's crazy.
Questionable ass niggas on that shit right there, bro.
That nigga Steve-O could just throw up on demand and shit.
I remember one where he fucking sniffed wasabi.
Oh yeah, I remember that
and
one.
then like threw it up or some shit, or
remember that
or
one.
just started throwing up
No, I think he started
instantly.
throwing up. Yeah, he said that too when they did the interview talking about he was talking about how like he would be able to throw up on command. Like one time he found out on Jackass he could do that. Like he had like ate something or did something and it started throwing up. So he was low key feeding into that shit.
Did you see that they were like it was maybe like last year they were promoting something for Steve-O and they duct taped him to the billboard? I want to say out here in LA.
Oh yeah. With like I remember that.
I was like, that's crazy, bro. We just duct taped to the billboard. Insane. But I wanted to ask you.
You would have hit this or
though? Sure. I'm gonna get you sick.
No, give me that back. Give me that back. How's he a nigga gonna say that right before he hits it? You guys hit it again now? You already did it.
What good is what? I
Yeah.
hit on my fingers.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna get you.
So I want to ask you, do you think that the older generation, and I wouldn't even say our generation, I'll say like our parents' generation, is tougher than this generation?
Tougher in what way? Gotta be specific.
Like if like would they defend like nowadays would niggas defend in war like they would back in the day? Like are they that tough? Like ready to go to war?
I guess
tough.
a lot less, but also I think that in reality, it wasn't really about toughness there too. They had a bunch of 18-year-old fresh kids, and that was the whole argument and why people wanted to stop. Well, like the Vietnam War and shit was like they felt like there was a lot of young kids, like they're sending in kids. So many young kids died and shit.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even want to go, or like were softer kids in their neighborhood, but they're enticed and people are telling them it's a man's duty and they go and they die and they don't make it back.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of those there too. You feel me? Like
For sure.
how the army is, they fucking set it up. You got the grunts, you got the people in the back, you got the people behind them, you feel me? And they keep coming. It's not really about like, oh, this is the toughest guy out here. This guy could learn to hold a gun, shoot, aim, practice, just like any other human. So
no, because there's always that. I feel like that comparison, like, oh, like the newer generation is just very soft.
yeah.
And I'll say the newer generation of men. Let's just say men, right? Let's just categorize it there.
I think it's just based on what we see, like, because they see, oh, look at all these kids doing TikTok dances, shit like that. But I mean, like, I guess now I'm looking at our generation, but if I look at the younger generation now, I do see a lot of soft kids, man. I do see a lot of soft kids that are like, mommy, still like 17 and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. I
that's
mean,
a tough one. Do you think so?
it also depends on like, I think it depends on like environment though too.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Because like,
stuff.
there's a lot of kids out here. They still pretty fucking tough.
Pretty tough. I mean, kids are just, to me, like, I'm like that. I would say just kids are more like just assholes nowadays though, man. Like I feel like we were like, and we got in trouble, you know, like adolescence trouble, you feel me? Didn't really care what we were doing, whatever, you know? But like kids nowadays are just super like rude, disrespectful,
No,
curse
for
you
sure.
out. They're just no filter, you know what I mean? So I think that's like the respect thing is out the window a lot of times nowadays. But I think as far as toughness goes, it depends on the environment and like the way they're being brought up or whatever. A lot of kids nowadays are just very sheltered. Niggas like me and you, we were already running the streets at
for sure.
8, 9, 10
for sure.
years old. You
No, for
feel me?
sure.
Kids nowadays, they're stuck playing the video games, which it's a new reality. I'm not gonna shit on it completely, but I'm just saying like my nephews and shit, like these motherfuckers are oblivious to shit, and I'm just like, bro, you got to be just self-awareness in general.
No, for sure. Self-awareness and like, no, but for sure, sheltered. Like, I think that's probably the best way to put it. They are definitely, I feel more sheltered today and like coddled. And I mean, they talk about people's parents going with them to the interviews and shit, like job interviews.
What?
Yeah, like they said like in 2021, there was a big just fucking, I don't know, I wouldn't call it epidemic, but just a lot of people showing up with their parents.
No way.
Imagine that.
That's a whole nother level of just mommy and daddy hold my balls.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, sheltered probably. But yeah, self-awareness. I feel like there's a lot of kids like our days, like you're 10, you're going to the store, you're looking at people like, I know people kidnap people. I know I gotta watch people and shit. Whereas like you said, your nieces and nephews, like they're not really looking for people.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
mean,
wouldn't
it's
notice somebody. They wouldn't notice somebody like creeping up on them in the aisle or following them in the store.
following them.
If somebody was following them in the store, going aisle to aisle, and they just kept ending up in their aisle, they probably wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Whereas like when we were kids, we would know like, why the fuck is this motherfucker in every single aisle I'm in?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like it's like kind of like it can go both ways, right? Like you can look at it from both spectrums because like you essentially like, you know, I want my nieces and nephews not to know and deal with a lot of shit that, you know, I had to deal with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I feel like there just has to be a healthy balance where I want my nieces and nephews, I want the youth in general to be smart, intelligent people,
Yeah.
but also know and be aware of like real life. You know what I mean?
For sure. That's what I
Like-
think about when I have a kid and shit. Is like, I don't want this nigga to grow up in the hood, but I also don't want him to be soft.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
like. I want this nigga to know what's up, but I don't want him to actually do.
Being involved.
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
know? It's like kind of like the Kendrick Lamar thing, you know, good kid, mad city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I feel like one of our biggest assets in life is street smarts, because with street smarts comes common sense. You know, knowing about people, character building. You got to know what type of person somebody is, because you have to be an extra weary. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Mhm.
like sheltered and shit like that, like you don't really get as much of a chance to determine yourself, like who's a good person, who's gonna fuck you over. See somebody fuck somebody else over and be like, I'm not sure if I want to trust them. There's still gonna be instances, obviously, but not as much and not as young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're fucking 8 seeing like people
Some-
get fucked over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like
all types of fucked over.
you know, and then also like learning how to navigate through different people, like
Mhm.
different type of people. I got to know how to like talk to a fucking nigga on the block, but also talk to somebody in the office. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
No, for sure.
you gotta mix it up.
Yeah, man.
And
so,
I feel like street smarts comes with common sense, like crazy. A lot of
For
common
sure.
sense that you get from that.
for sure. I mean, a lot of it is just common sense.
Because
Too.
if you don't have common sense in the street, like you can get knocked over the head for sure.
For sure. You're
Not
gonna-
minding your business,
You know
shit
what I'm
like that.
saying?
Like that's common things that some people won't do. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and I like the whole bottom line though is like, I do think that there is a level of softness nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm gonna blame the parenting.
For sure.
That's what I'm gonna blame. Because yes, you want to provide your kid with a different environment than you did, but you also want to teach them about real life and just real situations. And also, like, I think that there has to be a level of openness too, because like if my kid is doing something wrong,
Yeah.
I want them to fucking still tell me,
Yeah.
because I want them to trust that I'm gonna always guide them in the right direction, compared to like them getting all scared and like, oh, I was drinking at a party, I gotta jump in my car now and drive.
Yeah. Instead
Because
of just
I'm
calling me
afraid,
and saying,
You know what I'm saying?
"Hey, I was drinking."
So
can you
like
pick me
there
up?
has to be that too. Like with the parenting, it's like you need to be open with your kid and tell them, hey, even in the most difficult situation, call me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Don't think that I'm gonna be, you know,
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah, I
You know what
might be upset with
Upset.
you, but
But
I got your back and I understand mistakes.
exactly.
So don't be afraid to tell me.
Exactly.
Hey, shout out all the dads out there, all the moms out there, man.
For
Shout
sure.
out Bobby. You know, Bobby been wanting us to do some dad talk. So
Bobby
even
Aswell.
we ain't even fathers, but just giving a little bit of our insight, man. Dedicated.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out Bobby, man. But yeah, another news, man. Did you see? Are you familiar with the dog Bunny?
No, I just seen a little couple clips of
Okay,
him.
so for the people who don't know, there's a dog named Bunny, and basically you might have seen it on Instagram, but they have these little buttons that are on the floor, and the dog can basically press it, and what looks like from the videos I've seen, like it looks like he knows what he's talking about. He'll press a certain button,
Yeah.
like let's go on a walk.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
he's asking for things.
He says, let's go on a walk.
Communicating.
The lady says, walk later, and he'll click walk later, okay, and go about his day and shit and wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's one of the best at it. I've seen his videos the most. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I seen those things kind of go viral like during the pandemic.
yeah, I seen them go viral. Now you look at it and you're thinking like, is it just because for me, like what I see in dogs is kind of like they learn from repetition and then like course reaction, like redirection. So like you teach them no is bad. Then like you teach them to do the same thing over and over. When they deviate from what you're trying to teach them, you tell them no. And you know what I mean? And then basically
repeat,
and then they stop doing the thing you tell them no.
Like,
yeah, exactly. And they're gonna keep doing it. So I wasn't sure if the dog was just like, because it's easy to think, okay, when I press outside, I get taken outside. You know what I'm saying? When I press food, I usually get some food. You know what I mean? You get the cause and effect. You press the button, you get a reaction.
It still shows a crazy level of intelligence, though.
It does show a level of intelligence, but it could also just be from you can hear and know that this button gets food, this button gets that. Like
just corresponding it with whatever it says.
Exactly. That kind of simplifies
that's intelligence.
No,
like,
it is. Dogs are smart though.
Yes, dogs are
especially,
smart.
But like because if you could teach a dog like leash and it'll go get the leash and bring it, it could fucking think, oh, food. I press this button.
Then they
I
had the dogs
food.
driving.
Yeah, that was crazy. But anyways, so fucking Bunny the dog sees himself in the mirror, sees herself in the mirror, and says, "Who is this?" Clicks the button. Who's this? And the woman says, dog, Bunny. Like, that's Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, why? Why Bunny dog? And looks in the mirror, just like contemplating life.
That's insane.
That's extremely insane.
That's crazy, bro. I can't even call it. I'm like, he was questioning his existence.
For sure. That's crazy. Right? I think that too when I'm looking at dogs and shit, like, or when I've had a dog, I'm always thinking that, like, what does this motherfucker think? Or when I'm looking at other people's dog, I'm like, this nigga sits on the couch all day, I'm gone, I come back. Like, does he think he's a prisoner? Like, how does he know he's not a prisoner? He can't leave when he wants. He can't
go do anything that he wants to do. Can't go grab food if he wants.
Yeah, everything's
nothing.
on your fucking...
On your time.
On your time.
No, that's insane. That that definitely just shows like that dog's like the genius of all dogs and shit. Like,
or maybe just every dog is like that. Like he just has the ability to speak.
I wonder, I think there has been studies of monkeys and like gorillas questioning like who they are or whatever, like showing like that type of intelligence, but I wonder if like a lot of like if that's just something that animals at some point will think about, right?
Dolphins
like,
could be doing it. If we talk about how smart dolphins are and shit, like they could be thinking like.
And then you said that they communicate with different dolphins in a certain way, so like they're just like highly like you know that for a while, bro, people would say that animals just didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I mean we still try to diminish like we have like a tier system where it's like. Okay, dogs and cats, not okay to hurt, but cows and pigs,
take them out.
That's fine. If it's a deer, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like crazy.
Yeah, but like I mean, like definitely, I've seen things where like cows are like released or whatever, and then they show joy and shit. Like
no, for sure,
like we're free.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I've seen cows that are crying. You know what I mean? Like. I've seen dogs that are next to a grave crying, you know?
Yeah.
So they show a lot of signs of intelligence and feeling.
No, for sure.
They say that a pig is like a 2-year-old, the mind of a 2-year-old or something like that.
That's insane.
Like their intelligence level is like a mind of a 2-year-old.
You gonna go vegan or
what? After saying all that shit.
Go vegan or what?
I've thought about
vegan 2024, baby.
I've thought about it.
Yeah, I would probably maybe not go vegan, but I would either lower the meat or just go pescatarian.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'll be down
But you're
for
still
pescatarian.
consuming and causing effect, bro. If you
Yeah,
consume
but
anything.
fish, bro.
Who
Their
says-
brains are
Who
definitely.
says fish don't got intelligence, nigga?
I know, but for me personally,
Little
my
guppy want to live too,
my tiers-
nigga. Little guppy want to live.
my tier system, where I put fish, they're at the bottom.
Those niggas are bottom feeders.
Those are at the
Which-
bottom.
Why the fuck are we spending so much money on the bugs of the sea? That's what I want to figure out when it comes to lobster and shrimp.
For sure.
Why we got to spend a fucking nice amount of money to go get that
The lowest thing.
the lowest of the low?
That's for sure. It's fucking literally a roach.
We eating roaches and shit.
For sure. Roaches
No,
in the
I-
sea.
I thought about doing the whole vegan thing because I told you, like, I'm like, bro, we're like consuming dead meat. You know what I mean?
No,
A
for
dead
sure.
carcass. Like,
I did
it don't
hear-
gotta be healthy. I don't think.
I mean, like, you know, it goes back and forth. Like we always say all the time, it's subjective. People talk about this is good for you, this is bad for you, blah blah blah.
the carnivore.
But I
diet.
did see somebody say something about so like the biggest argument that people be trying to say to vegans is like, oh, you're not getting your protein, but there's other way to get your protein, right? But I seen one where the guy was saying something about your joints.
that like if you don't consume meat,
Yeah, like your joint.
It'll fuck with your
Well,
shit?
he said him personally that when he stopped consuming meat, that his joint pain, like he started getting joint pain and joint problems and shit.
and then I've heard like people that just do nothing but carnivore diets, like are healthy and feel great and
And that one for me, my question is on the carnivore diets because I know if you eat a lot of red meat, it's not good for your heart. And like
Yeah.
your body also digesting it. Like how the fuck is it gonna
breaking that shit down
break
all
that
the
shit
time.
down with no greenery to help
Yeah.
it flow?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to try that.
I feel like I would get like, you know, when you got that, like your stomach feels all hard and shit and it's hurting.
Mhm.
Like I feel like I'd get one of those from eating that
Damn,
shit.
just
After like 2-3
food
days
just-
of just straight meat.
Yeah, food just
like,
right
oh,
there, not processed and shit.
This is
You're
crazy.
gonna be on the turlet, like my
On the
mom would say, on the
Right.
turlet.
What else you got for me though?
We gotta talk about Glock, the founder of Glock.
What about him?
He passed away.
Oh shit, R.I.P.
You know that?
What was it? Something Gloston?
Gaston.
Gaston? Man.
Gaston.
G-Lock.
Yeah, Gaston.
Get that
Gaston the
G-Lock.
Glock. Passed away, 94 years old.
Did he like
Um,
invent it or did he own it?
So this is the thing. So the Glock company, they used to make curtain rods, bro,
That's crazy.
and knives for the Austrian military. That's what that company was known for.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
But they had the I want to say P-38 or something like that, the gun that started production in World War II. They wanted a replacement.
P-26.
No, P-38 or something like
Okay.
that. They wanted a replacement, like they wanted to get a better gun, a better design. So in 1982, a long ass time, bro, the military was using this ugly ass little P-38. Then that's when Glock was like, let me get involved. And then boom, he makes the Glock. And it was for, like I said, he was dealing with the Austrian military.
Oh.
So of course they adapted it or whatever. And now the Glock, bro, the Glock is probably one of the most used weapons in like law enforcement in general.
True that.
You
True
know?
that. Because people try to say that it doesn't jam.
Yeah. Like the design was just like state of the art design. He came in there and just reformed the whole thing. Cause the police first was still using the ugly ass little revolvers and shit.
Oh yeah. When he
The
came
little
in,
6 shots. Yeah.
that's crazy.
They were using that for a long time.
like
He comes in, boom, and then like it just slowly but surely now everybody's carrying the Glock.
We need to look Rhinestone Cowboys. Rhinestone Cowboy.
Got a new sheriff in town. But yeah, man, he
Did not
created
shoot the sheriff.
the Glock for the hood.
What is it? I shot the
I shot the sheriff,
sheriff,
but I did not shoot the deputy.
Classic.
Hey, if you're ever feeling down, bump some Bob Marley.
For sure.
Instantly you're gonna feel better. But yeah, man, that's crazy, right? Like this dude started off with like curtain rods.
Do you think somebody who creates the Glock or a weapon is going to heaven or hell? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking,
A lot of murders, a lot of deaths.
On his head,
I know, on that weapon.
on that weapon. That's what I'm saying. There's some. It's like a destructive.
But there's gonna be weapons whether he makes it or not.
I mean, I think.
But he made it, and he made probably billions off it.
Yeah, I don't think that he goes to hell.
Would you feel if you were the creator of Glock, or let's leave him out of it, RIP to him. If you were the creator of a weapon and you're making millions, at some point would you think like this is morally wrong? Do you think one day you'd wake up in the morning or be going to bed at night and be like, damn, in your $1 million house, like
This is blood house right here.
and somebody sends you, people are spamming you with emails and comments like 300,000 deaths
Yeah.
through your weapon. How do you feel, Peter?
Yeah, that's how Robert Oppenheimer felt when he
Yeah.
made the atom bomb.
How would you feel though?
First of all, I would never make something like that because that's not how I roll. But
What if one day you were just like you had a gun and you were looking at it and you had this idea and you're like, oh
I can make
shit,
this
this
shit
would
better.
make it be better. And then like, would you just not make it?
like I said, I wouldn't be involved in any of that type of shit because I just don't. Like I said, I don't agree with it.
But
Right?
if you
Like,
had the idea, you wouldn't move forward with it. And you're like, I could make millions off this. Out of all the
That's it.
ideas you have, if you one of your ideas,
this is
what's
it.
this?
This is the one.
and you're like, oh shit, this would actually make this never jam and it'd be perfect, and you wouldn't even need bullets or something. Who fucking knows? And you come up with some crazy shit.
Recyclable bullets.
Yeah,
Boomerang bullets that go in and come,
come
right back.
Yeah, some crazy shit. You're gonna sit on it.
Damn, that's tough.
Like I said, would you feel morally wrong or not?
I would feel morally wrong.
You have nights.
I would. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't even want to partake in it. I'm just like you know, like with the Robert Oppenheimer thing. I don't know. He said something about like one of the famous quotes is like "destroyer of worlds" and shit. Like the shit that he was involved in, like it ultimately can destroy this world. You know what I mean?
No, for
like,
sure.
and so I don't know. I don't think I would want that on my mind. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, especially too because you're like, I'm gonna die one day, and they're still here now. I have no control. I can't. I could think I have control of it, but I don't.
no.
'Cause
It's
one day I'm not
gone.
gonna be here, and it could be 500 years from now. My kids, grandkids are here, and fucking
and suffer through or
over something I created.
yeah. Interesting story though about the Glock though. I think that's
Yeah.
like the Glock looks dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I always think that like the ingenuity of like those weapons, like the way they look, bro, are fucking crazy. You know
No,
what
for
I
sure.
mean?
I
Like,
follow a couple pages where they have different like shout out what I think it's What the Kicks.
mhm.
And he's like a shoe head, but he also has like I mean, just in his vault that he shows sometimes there's like 80 guns in there and shit. But like they're all like Call of Duty style, like
laser
crazy.
beam.
And he shows it like from first person view, and he'll be like looking at it, and then he'll put it in his like concealed carry, or like you know how I don't know if you ever seen it like when you play Call of Duty, if you stand still for long enough, or I think now there's a button you press, and like you'll basically look at your gun like this and
Mhm,
shit.
mhm.
He does that like in real
That's
life.
his
and shit.
his content is
Yeah.
like look at his gun and then put it away.
Yeah, this is pretty tight.
Yeah.
He has some crazy shit.
No, fucking yeah, compared to like the ugly ass P38 and the ugly ass revolver and shit, because I think the revolver is pretty ugly.
357.
357 is cool, but the little small ones are kind of like ugly and shit.
I remember I was in high school. I seen a nigga with 2 357s singing in
Yeah.
school. Like, I'm
At
like,
the,
who's this?
at the school,
I was like, this nigga thinks he's Mad Max.
that nigga came out there like Yosemite
Hey,
Sam, nigga.
shout out. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Came up like Yosemite
Fools,
Sam.
man, like you said, he's sad for sure. Like, on some crazy shit. That nigga is wild.
Nigga he came with the
That nigga
cowboy
is
hat and
wild.
everything, nigga.
Shout out the homie.
That's crazy.
Wild ass nigga.
Let's talk about Dr. Umar in his comments, man.
Dr. Umar, I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna drink some water for this one.
I'm gonna call him the Black KKK
The Black KKK.
because I can see where he's coming from. I can see where he's coming
Mhm.
from, but I just stand on the side of if you're doing exactly the same type of, if you're like spreading the same type of message and like the same type of like
Rhetoric.
rhetoric, then like what I feel like white supremacy does and everything, like to me it's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
To
I'm
me,
gonna play devil's advocate.
go for it. But
I'm gonna
to
play
me,
devil's advocate. So
before we get into it, go ahead and explain. Do you know like any of the comments? Or?
oh yeah. So basically, but these are so to preface it, like these are comments that this nigga has basically been making for years already. Like
Yeah.
the last like 10 years, 20 years. I don't know, a long time.
Yeah.
But it just so happened that he went on the Joe Budden podcast, which is a whole different type of demographic. A lot of white people in that demographic also. So I think that's what kind of exposed it to more eyes this time.
Mm-hmm.
But for the people who didn't see it, basically Dr. Umar, I don't know what he's a doctor in, but basically
Yeah, I
he
don't
was
know what
on
he's a
the
doctor
Joe
in.
Budden podcast where they were having arguments about different things. Should we talk about each individual one, or do you want me to mention, like, name the ones I know?
We could talk about the Eminem one. We'll start the Eminem
Okay, we'll
one.
start with the Eminem. So he said that basically there's no way that Eminem could be in the conversation of one of the best rappers or the best rapper in hip hop because hip hop is quote unquote a black thing,
Yeah, black art.
black culture, black
Art, black culture.
art, black culture. So there's no, in his eyes,
Nobody that is
not black.
is not black can
can be
be
the
good
best.
or the best be the best in black.
And I think low-key
Culture,
that
art,
idea right there kind of
movies.
fucked it up to where it's like that saying shit like that is gonna make me not want to listen to anything you gotta say. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, that don't even make sense. And he was trying to say a black person can't go to like India and be the best chef and shit. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they
He
could.
said he brought up Palestine. He's like, you can't go to Palestine and do the best thing that a Palestinian can do.
I was like, I'm pretty sure you could.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Because
they're-
I think color has no preference of any bullshit like that, bro.
when it comes to skill.
Because we even talked about the Pro Bowl thing. Like, if the all blacks versus all whites, like, who would win? I mean, we think
I mean, black people, from what it looks like, are
more athletic
more
and
than faster and shit.
faster, yeah, stronger. But what I'm saying is like, but
But
you
when it
brought
comes
up,
to something like cooking or
but then you started bringing out some of the names on the other side of like the team, and you're
and those
like,
niggas are sick.
well, this motherfucker's hard. This motherfucker's hard too.
Christian McCaffrey is one of the best running backs in the league. He's white.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it just there's really no preference. Like, there's nothing that a race. I think you can do anything better than anybody else.
No,
It
for
just
sure.
depends on how fucking much you put effort in,
For sure.
practice, preparation. Like,
Especially when it comes to something like a skill like rap or
mhm,
cooking
mhm.
or like now physical capabilities. Now you're going to say that in likelihood there's going to be, the chances are going to be lower for a white person because it seems like a lot. I mean, look at the league that athletically, like black people are a little bit more advanced at times. It looks like,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
appears like that.
in what like usually height and weight and shit. You know what I mean? For sure.
I mean, if you look at a basketball team and everybody on the floor is black,
Yeah. I mean, that kind of says something.
that
like
kind
to
of says
what the
something.
fucking
You know what I mean?
probability is, you know. But when
But
it
there's
comes
still
to,
great Spanish
white
players, great white
you
players.
still got Luka Doncic.
Russians.
You still got Luka Doncic. You still got
Luka's
Dirk Nowitzki.
crazy. Like, come
You know
on.
what I mean? You still got these white players that are arguably just as good as some of the best players they
Yeah.
play against.
So that comment
That
for
kinda
me is
fucked
just
it up.
like,
Yeah, for sure.
look,
Eminem's not the best. I think he might be the best skill wise, like at the skill of
rap
rhyming words and you know
metaphors.
like if somebody like everybody else was fucking out there clapping, getting their beat, Eminem was reading the encyclopedia and fucking you know what I'm saying? Like
Dictionaries and
reading
shit.
the dictionary and shit.
No, for sure. Like, but again with like this guy Dr. Umar, like, I just think that when he comes across, bro, it just comes across as like someone that hates white people.
Yeah.
You know?
He said it didn't come from a place of hate. He said it comes from a place of business. And that's where I'm going to play devil's advocate. But that's after the second one that we'll talk about, which is when he got on Ish saying basically that
A white woman.
and because Ish has a white wife and basically saying any black person that's dating outside of the black race is not for the betterment of the black race. Basically. You're
The thing that he's misinformed on is that in the next fucking 100 years, bro, all the races are going to be so intertwined. You
Yeah,
feel me?
for sure.
I mean, they already are. Like
Yeah.
me, I'm intertwined with so many different. We
Same,
all are. You
same.
know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. his argument is this, that he doesn't hate white people. His argument is that he it's a business thing. He's looking at it in a business way. There's no, he said it's not emotionally tied. It's with the business of the fact that, I mean, we all know that white people have set up, you know, a system to where they're at the top, right? It's been for a long time. They've got a head start. Economical, social, a head start. That's all a fact. So with that, that's a business decision on their part. I'm not gonna put that on every white person or anything like that, but as a culture, as
the powers that be,
the powers that be as a culture, their culture decided that. Yeah. So now he's saying that was a business decision. So for us to like try to redirect that, we got to do the opposite severely. Like they did
everything. Which okay, so
they did it severely. Now we need to
look. I will say that. Okay, so I will say this. It's definitely like, you know, bloodlines are everything like throughout history, right? Mm-hmm. So I could understand what he means. Like I could understand. Like I said, I could understand. I'm not gonna 100% not understand and have an open conversation about that, but like and like be kind of totally off to it. But I'm just saying, like to me, it's just kind of like it's fighting fire with fire, and it's like the same thing, bro. Like at the end of the day, race don't matter on shit.
All right. So after playing devil's advocate, I'm gonna say I agree. He fucking is saying the same shit. The whole argument, one of the many arguments was that like in the end, like you said, we're all gonna be mixed. So to try to hold on to it, that should be like the last part of the message. That's like the last thing that needs to be said. That's the message to the black race when it comes to.
I think prejudice is prejudice. Racism is racism.
But I'm saying that's the last thing the black race needs to be worried about when it comes to catching up. It's not about like, oh, you shouldn't be with a white woman or some shit. Like it should be, hey, you got to get your credit right, start a credit line, which I know he does speak to those things as well. But I'm saying like those are 100% more important than
race.
And also when it comes to love, is like, if you really think that like cornering and lowering your like options when it comes to the person you can be in love with, to I think like the black people in America is like 5%, 10%, something super low. Something super low. And like cornering it to that, and then like love could be anybody, you know what I mean? You could be missing out on a great person for you because you feel like you have to date this ideology. Person. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I just think, like I said, like he might have just got the message the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, or his message could just be misconstrued because of the way it's coming out.
No, that's how he says it. Well, that's how he says it, but it's for shock value.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, does this man really believe these ideologies? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that, like, he doesn't. To me, it doesn't help the racism problem. It hurts it. You know what I'm saying? Because the contrary is this: if a white man was sitting on that couch saying that shit,
it'd be crazy.
Uproar.
I've heard a couple.
You know what I'm saying?
I've heard a couple, but they've said it in the way that, like, kind of like the same shit. They're like, why is that bad? Like, and then they're saying that's their argument.
Maybe like on like No Jumper.
Yeah, and his argument was, why can everybody else say that, but because of me and like, oh, what my great grandparents did, I can't say that I want my race to like keep going, but everybody else can say it. Like he's like, Hispanics have usually stayed with Hispanics. Like they can say they can do it.
I will say that like a lot of the times you're seeing like in the Middle Eastern, we talked about this a little bit before, but like a lot of these people do stick to their own kind, like the whole purebred.
No, for sure.
Nobody outside the race, like, and that's just because there's some fucked up ideologies that have been taught across history, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, my family's so multicultural,
they don't give a fuck.
Bro, there's so many different. You look
your
at my
family's also not like they'll be in each other's business like any other family, but they're not like in each other's business in the way of like oh, she got a new man and he's black. Like, you know,
No.
they really don't give a fuck. Like,
for sure.
They're like what the
Well, that's
fuck?
what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, our shit is so like interracial and multiracial. Like, it's like I just never understood like why somebody would ever associate anything with color, bro, or like the way somebody's skin looks is crazy to me.
For me, it's hard for me too because I'm fucking so multicultural. So it's like, how the fuck could I like feel any type of way about any? How could I feel any type of way about any Hispanics when I am Hispanic? How could I feel about anybody when I'm black? And it's like you know, so it's like that. I could never see like that. You know what I mean?
And that maybe that's why we see it that way.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Because who knows if we were fucking like full on something, we're just like, fuck that. This is what it needs to be, which is crazy.
Yeah,
but
which is crazy. Well, I feel like so. It's funny because I was just thinking about this like 2 days ago. I was thinking like, I feel like in the black community, the whole stay with your race pretty much left out this last generation before us. Like, but I feel like
it was like that.
I'm not gonna lie, the Hispanic generation is still finishing it out right now.
Yeah,
like I think this generation is like our generation or this next generation is like as it dwindles down and like fades away. But like my generation, for sure, growing up, there was still a lot of it around. Like, like
you see a lot of like that's the thing though too. I will say this: you see a lot of racism directly coming from white people, but in our reality, nigga, like a lot of races, there's just a lot of racism within the races.
Do you think that people are racist to white people?
I think you could be racist to white people.
No, but do you think that people are racist to white? Like right now, like the general like consensus of people right now, are they racist to white people?
I think so. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a white person a white person gets pretty bullied. They can't say shit. They can't say
goddamn anything anymore.
Don't come in
which I understand. I mean, it's like because like of the history, I understand. But it's like homie, I'm me. Like I don't give a fuck about what fucking my great grandfather.
They literally can't speak on fucking anything.
Nothing, bro.
If you speak on anything, you're a fucking racist piece of shit.
I seen this clip where this kid is like, this kid is checking this white boy for saying nigga.
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole time he's checking him, he's calling him nigga.
Interesting. And it's a white dude checking.
No. It's a black guy checking a white dude. And the whole time he's saying, you can't say this word, but he's calling him a nigga and then punches his ass. I'm just saying, like, niggas are just getting bullied now. You feel me? Like,
sure.
You can't say this shit, nigga, on me, nigga. Call him all types of nigga.
Yeah.
And then whoop his ass. It's contradictive. You know what I'm saying?
Because he called him a nigga?
Yeah.
I mean, in a way it is, but also it's just it's his speech, it's how he talks, nigga.
Hey.
And especially when you get mad.
So you're addressing me as one. You're using the word against me.
I'm addressing you as one, like, person. Exactly. I'm not really, like...
And it's funny, because when I say the word
derogatory.
Nigga, when I say the word nigga, it's like, bro, homie. That's the crazy thing about it, though, too.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Way, it's kind of like saying bitch, though.
Yeah?
Like, bitches. Well, like, in a way that we probably shouldn't use it.
Oh, using the word bit, like, oh, the bit,
like in the word, yeah, because, like, I was a lot more susceptible to saying bitches back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, now I don't really say that, but, like, because I thought, like, oh, I guess I don't have to say it. It just became a word that you just say. Like, just like saying nigga. Like, oh, that's my nigga right there, but it's your boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the homie. Fucking. So is it like
it's about the power you put into these words?
But is it like the same thing though? Should we not be saying nigga either?
We shouldn't if there's a problem with it. That's what I'm saying.
I think you're one of those people who thinks that fucking other people should be able to use it since we use it so much.
Depending on where you grew up at, man. Depending on the environment, depending on like your friend group. You know what I'm saying?
No, but do you agree with the fucking argument that, oh, well, like if you're gonna use it so freely and in music and fucking when you talk all the fucking time,
it's almost like a way of communication.
Why?
Now.
Yeah. Why can't they say it? Do you believe that?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would believe that.
Good answer.
No. You think I think everybody should freely say it?
No, I didn't say that. You thought that.
No,
I just know that's a big talking point.
I don't think that everybody should be able to say it, but like, I mean, I've definitely been told not to say the word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, do you know where I grew up at?
Yeah.
Like,
a black person told you not to say it?
Yes. Because I told him, I was like giving him props on some shit. I said, well, something, my nigga. He's like, if you ain't black or ain't got no, don't say this. I was like, oh, hell no, nigga. Hell no.
That's funny.
I got pulled. I got the card, man. I got
nigga checked you?
Yeah, nigga tried nigga check me.
That's crazy.
He's like, you can't say that word. But I also think this is the thing, man. Because words are funny to me. Like, it's all about the energy, right? Like, because like people say, oh, bad words. Like, don't get me wrong, I curse a lot. You feel me? I curse a lot. But like, because I think about it, I'm like, if I have kids and shit and they start saying fuck and fuck it, bitch, and shit like that, like, how am I gonna be like, oh, don't say that word? Mm-hmm. And I honestly feel the contrary. Like, I feel like I speak like that. And I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I'm just saying, like, there's really, like, to me, like, I don't consider it bad words. Like, it's bad words because of the power that other people have put onto that word.
Okay, so there's some parents, how would you do it, though? Because there's some parents where, like, they let their kids say it, but their kids are also know not to do it, like, in public or fucking around their grandparents and shit. And then, like, how do you differentiate?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would like them to be respectful about it. Like, don't start going into the world into this fucking, the teacher says, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, I don't want none of that going on.
Yeah, not like that. But what if they're just fucking, like, they go to a play date and they go to the mall with a couple of their friends and the parents are there with them and they're like, this shit's fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, I mean, still, you could still argue like, oh, well,
that's the way my kids talk.
It's okay. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, this nigga's also
that's what I'm saying, because
he's
like,
also an A student.
Because I'm like, bro, exactly. I'm like, yo, like, Tammy, I don't care. You feel me? Like, I don't care that my son or my daughter spoke like that. You give a fuck. You feel me? You care about them. You put power behind that word to make it seem like it's a bad word. You know what I mean? Like, we all speak like that, bro. It's the way of communicating.
There's nobody who doesn't. But I guess, fuck. I feel like personally, I would want them to wait a bit. Like, probably like,
bro, but I'm just saying, like, everybody speaks
age?
like that.
What age are they okay? The cuss. What age are your kids?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what age are your kids okay to cuss?
Fresh out the hood,
nigga. This nigga, first word, fuck.
They come out and shit. Doctor touch around. Fuck you.
I want some fucking milk.
Where's my milk?
Where's
bitch?
The titty? Where's the titty? First words, where's the titty? That's what I'm gonna teach my kid. Not even dada or mama. Where? Titty. Titty. Tata.
No,
say tata. Say tata.
Say tata.
Instead of dada.
I don't know what age, man, but I'm just saying, like, I think that
Put an age on it, nigga. Damn. I don't know what age.
I'll say as soon as they start able to shit talk on the games and shit. So like 7.
He said shit talk on the games. Once that nigga starts playing COD,
because he got to defend himself. You feel me? Like, there's gonna be people on there talking shit about me, talking shit about his whole family. He got to be able to come back. You feel me? Like, for sure. So I'm gonna teach that. I'm gonna have flashcards.
That's funny.
Fuck.
No, when he's playing the games, to know what to say to him.
Exactly. We didn't talk about this though. Back to the Dr. Umar thing. He also made comments about Vanessa Bryant.
Oh yeah, you need to watch your mouth.
He made comments about Vanessa Bryant.
Watch your fucking mouth.
And said that she doesn't do anything with her inherited wealth from Kobe Bryant for the black community.
How does he know that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's right.
I need to see those facts. First of all,
as soon as I heard it, I'm like, what?
Second of all, this bitch ass nigga's been building a school for 5 years, and it's still not done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been building the school. Was asking for money, got all type of money, and then as they're waiting for the school, people have been questioning about it, and he's saying like, "Oh, it's because of the wiring, like some copper shit." Like 5 years.
He's doing some hood shit.
He's doing something.
He's doing some hood shit.
And first of all, how do you know? One. Second of all, she's doing something for the black community just by having black children that, you know, are prospering and living life and showing an image for the black community to move towards. Okay. She's providing for the black community just in correlation with Kobe Bryant. She's providing for the black community. I'm sure Mamba Academy to some type of fucking giving back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's black kids that
You don't
benefit.
know what type of shit she's like.
I'm
she
sure
could be
there's
like-
black kids that benefit from the Mamba Academy.
Yeah.
They're on the team. They get spotlight,
Sponsorships,
they get
outlet,
sponsorships,
marketing.
looked
You
at.
don't know if she's like, she could be paying for high school kids' fucking uniforms all over the city. You don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, this guy, like, I don't know.
And that's him.
I don't know about this guy.
That's him on his high horse, thinking that he's doing the ultimate for the black community by saying, "Don't date white people."
It's pandering, right? I feel like it's pandering.
Kinda
It could be pandering.
could be considered.
Speaking of pandering, we're gonna jump topics a little bit.
Panhandling.
Joe Budden recently was talking about, again, Logic and him being a panderer. Like, do you think that Logic panders to the black community?
I mean, I don't know. Can't really tell. He might just be wanting to be accepted by the black community. That's all. But he also said some crazy shit that supposedly, because I guess when they were beefing, Logic said that he wanted to like hurt himself, and that he said, "Oh, he's a liar" and shit like that. Like, that's not cool either.
Joe's a little crazy,
Especially when Joe Budden's like gone through his own type
therapies and
of
things
therapies
like
and
that.
situations like that, where he said he was thinking about hurting himself. And Logic's been included in his music for a long time, talking about having thoughts like that.
Yeah,
So that's kind of crazy. I thought that was a little excessive.
yeah. I don't know. I'm like, why is Joe Budden so angry at Logic?
Those has had a beef before.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, like why is it? Because it's Joe.
Because of him? What did he do?
Joe, he said that Logic is the worst rapper ever. Like, that's pretty much what he said from the jump.
I'm not a huge Logic fan. We talked about this.
No, I know. But I was going to say that because like pandering and shit. Like they say that he's pandering. I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think that he's just making music, providing for his family. And Joe Budden is I like Joe Budden, but I think that he's very like, he knows what to say to provoke the masses. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, yeah. What else you got, bro?
What about this? So just recently, Chris Rock was seen with Amber Rose. Going a little bit of pop culture, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So Chris Rock was seen with Amber Rose, and they're saying he's a homegirl. He's a girlfriend stealer from his homies.
Oh, are they saying
He was
that?
known to be homies with Kanye.
Oh yeah, because
And he also hit up Jada.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was on that song. He came out on like the album, one of the albums that Kanye
Yeah, it's
had
like
did,
a fucking minute-long audio of him talking to Amber Rose, like
talking about how girls got new moves and shit, and it's like Yeezy taught me.
Yep. So what do you think about that?
Ultimately, they're grown people, so they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and you don't know how close Chris Rock is to Kanye. You feel me?
If you paint your picture, you got a girlfriend, beautiful. You got a homie. You guys are cool. You and your homie you and your girl stay together. Your homie wants to move in. Second bedroom. How do you feel about your homie and your girl spending time together? You're not home most of the time. You know what I mean? They're probably having dinner together. They're chilling. How do you feel about that? You think that's cool?
Hell no. That nigga about to start hitting.
You work the night shift. You feel me?
No, for sure. You work the night shift is over, nigga. He's gonna be putting in some hours on your girl.
Well, you work the day shift, but you get off like 7. They get off like 4.
If there's like the thing is like if you're spending a lot of time with an individual, like it's more likely that you'll end up being intimate or something like that.
And in the home, I know my girl gonna be walking around in booty shorts and shit.
Oh, that's a no-go though too.
I mean, she should know.
Yeah, she
but
should
like,
know not to.
what if you're just not home? You just
Don't know what she
wants to go get some water.
She just happened.
She's
I'm not
like,
about to change. I'm
They
gonna
want me to
cross.
put pants on in my own home and shit. Just trying to get some water.
That's your homie.
Just some regular shorts. He's seen me in these shorts before with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's different when I'm out.
When I'm out the house.
It's different when I'm out. You better
Yeah.
put some clothes on.
That's an
You
interesting
better be in
question.
some. It is. No, I wouldn't like. It wouldn't rock with me.
Because like I want to say yeah, but also like
No, nigga.
no.
No, you better. And like,
Because it almost feels like insecurity to say no.
that's what I'm saying. Like it does seem like an insecurity to say no. But like I said, like statistically speaking, like the chances of them hooking up is like high.
Yeah.
Cause like the thing is like clearly you're gone all the time. They're spending a lot of time together. You don't know what kind of conversations they're having. Oh, now she's starting to like women get attached.
But these are all things that you're
women get attached to certain different things.
these are all things that you're thinking up in your head right now, but that's not a fact that that's gonna happen. Because if it's your girl and this is
already see it playing out and shit.
Yeah, you're already like
I'm already fucking ready to go.
This nigga's already mad. But you know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking seeing it like, oh,
you ain't never staying at my house for an extended period of time, nigga.
For an extended one day is the most. But you know what I'm saying? It's an interesting question because it's like if you trust your girl
and you trust your homie, shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem at all.
It shouldn't be a problem, man. But we in a fucked up ass society, nigga, where shit that shouldn't be a problem is.
Yeah, but there is
know,
definitely opportunity for things like that to happen. I see what you're saying for sure. There's definitely opportunity, different shit that could happen. You're out. Like the thing is too, like in relationships, there's ups and downs. Like your girl might be mad at you, depending on your girl, especially if she Latina or black. She gonna be mad at you for like 2 days sometimes. 2 days, 2 straight days. You feel me? And like sometimes in those moments, especially they're spending time with somebody, they're like, this person's a great time and shit. Like they only see the little because if they were with them for fucking extended period of time, they would probably find things they don't like. But in that moment, they're like, oh, I like him. And who knows?
I could talk to this person and he understands.
Who knows? He's always like there for her and shit.
Me.
Yeah, I don't know why that nigga be tripping and shit. Like that nigga.
And then that's a whole ass motherfucker though. You
no,
like,
for sure.
Like, so the thing is, like, you gonna just hope that your boy in that situation don't fold on these hoes, like. Cause like if he's gonna hold it down, he's gonna hold it down. You feel me? Like,
and if she throws it, do you want him to tell you?
Yeah.
And what if she doesn't even like in her eyes? She doesn't throw it. He's kind of like, bro. She looks at me a little bit extra. Like she.
I've never been the person, but there's definitely been people in the circle, back in the days, years ago, in the circle where like a couple of the homies would be looking at the other homie, and he'd be like, "Man, they kind of looking at me a little."
The homie and the homie.
No, the homie's girl.
Oh yeah,
would be looking at the homie and shit, and he'd be like feeling like, oh, she shows me a little bit too much attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
No, I've definitely felt like that before. I'm not gonna lie.
Felt too much attention.
But then I've also been in the position where like I'll be jealous, and I feel like my girl's doing that, but it could just be in my head. You know,
you a jealous ass nigga though. I'm sure.
I'm low key jealous.
I've never been a jealous ass nigga.
I'm low key jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty jealous.
I'm not jealous.
I'm not to where like it's got to be every day. What are you doing? Where you at? Like nothing like that.
But if you see one little inkling of she looked at that nigga a little too long,
low key. But
are you gonna address it right there, or like are you just like
probably not right there? But if necessary, if it's that crazy,
but I'm just saying like is it that severe? Like if you think that your girl is like showing a little bit too much attention, like to another male,
should you even be with her if she's doing that? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you just have a girl that's socially, like she's just social,
yeah, for sure, exactly.
You feel me? She's just social. She has no malice, but you over here like what?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Could it be at any level? Like it could be. She could just be talking, or does it have to be like? I seen a twinkle in your eye too much.
No. Talking, I'm not tripping on that.
Like, oh, you laugh too much and you threw your hair back. I know that body language.
That's what you did to me. That's what you did to me.
I seen you were hanging your heel off, your foot a little too long while you're talking to this.
But let's be real. There's some shit you could see, you could feel, you know. But no, I'm not like, oh, you talked to the fucking guy at the register. You
There's
fucking
and there's some niggas like that. It's
you
just
asked
crazy.
him how's his day and shit. Like what the fuck?
Oh, you friends with the core man now? You friends with the core
Oh
man
yeah.
now?
How often you get elotes? You know that nigga like that? You feel me?
Why do you give you extra cream with no fucking fee?
Why do you know what you want? That's crazy.
Oh, you a regular, huh?
He asked me if I wanted chili, but he didn't ask you.
What? He brought you some Takis? This nigga just had some extra shit on the off the menu?
Yeah,
Off menu?
not the off menu, special menu for you, mommy. That's funny.
All right, let's talk. We leaving, man. This might be the last pod of the year,
Yep. Well, this is gonna be after the year.
but I'm saying for us.
For us, yeah, for sure.
So, what are we leaving behind? What has to be like pop culture wise, clothing wise, anything, music wise? What's being left behind in 2023? What do you not want to see in 2024?
What do I not want to see? Fuck, that new Target trend. You see that shit?
Oh, the niggas running a Target?
Yeah, this nigga just putting up the tripod in 5 different ways in the candle aisle and shit.
No, that shit's crazy.
Get that shit out of
I
here.
fuck with those type of videos, but like I seen a Target run, I seen a McDonald's run, I seen a nigga like that plays basketball, but like all he shows is like him doing a shove, like a little.
No, that was the Target dude.
Was that the
Yeah,
Target?
it was the
dude?
same Target dude.
Oh,
He just also
shit.
had that, like that was his day and shit. He just did 3 chest passes at the basketball game, and then he fucking went to Target.
I would see women doing that. That could be a trendy thing for like I haven't seen no women doing it.
I'd watch that.
But hey, the girls be going to Target thinking they going to the club.
Yeah, true. I'm just hating, but it's just funny to think this nigga literally brought his tripod to Target, put it in 5 different angles while he's in Target in the fucking candle aisle, then picked it up, went over to the fucking kids section, put it down, looked at a toy, put the toy back. With
Yeah, no, for sure. So much setup.
Yeah, so
that's one thing I was talking about with like content creation.
Yeah.
Like what people don't see, bro, the setup, man. Sometimes that should be the most difficult to find the right lighting, angle, and doing it. And when you're doing it by yourself and shit, like, because I want to get into the content space heavy, bro, like where I'm making a bunch of different content. But like one of the things is like, that be fucking like hindering me. It might be an excuse is like not having a camera person, not having people like to help me set up the angles. And am I even in frame right now?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I just did the skit, but I'm not even in frame.
Yeah,
you know, those things be rough, bro. And like people don't see that shit. They just see the finished product. You know what I mean? But either way, we gonna get that.
But
shit
even
cracking.
with the tripod, like if you like you said, it's probably just in your head. Because even with the tripod, if you like stand right here, you see the painting. I'm gonna ask this question by the painting. With the camera, make sure that painting and everything's an angle. Then fucking ask the question right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start going crazy with the shit. I just gotta figure it out in my room, like what's the best angle to catch me when I'm making beats and shit, and like different things like that. But it's hard to see, like it's hard to not be able to see it. You know what I mean?
We could definitely leave. I would leave out the red pill.
Red pill talk.
Red pill talk. I would leave out.
What about any shoes that come to mind that you say leave it in 2020?
Probably the pandas.
Pandas got to go.
Leave
I heard
those.
a lot of people hating on the pandas, but I'll go even further, and I'm gonna go for the granddaddy of them all, Air Force Ones, specifically the white ones.
You want to put them down?
Gotta leave them alone.
Those are a crazy run. It might be time though.
I think leave them. I was like, oh shit, this nigga got them on right now.
No, they might be time though.
Let's leave them alone. Like I'm not saying for all eternity, but like let's just leave them alone because I feel like they got popularity again during the pandemic.
No, they just been popular this whole time. They never went down.
No,
I feel like this whole time is like if you want a fresh pair, just
some white
throw
shoes.
that shit on.
That's going with everything.
Go
you
get
got.
you some forces. You know what I'm saying? But
like I said, specifically the white ones.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
Now, if you want to get crazy with it and some dope designs and all, I'm down with those. But the white ones, leave the cocaines in.
I don't even know anybody who gets like the design ones anymore. It's always just like
white.
You need that fresh pair of
black.
white. And black is like niggas from New York or like certain fits you put on. But that white is like
the cocaine white. But leave them.
We're gonna need another white shoe to fucking replace it now.
White Converse. I'm just playing.
What about those $200 Yeezy shoes he just dropped that look like socks?
Were those? I couldn't tell if those were shoes or socks.
They're shoes.
Those are shoes,
and they're like knee high, damn near.
I don't like. I don't really like any of his designs. Honestly, like I don't like any of them.
The fucking Yeezys are pretty fire.
Uh,
The shoes, they got a couple.
the only ones I do like is like those spongy, like the spongy looking.
Oh yeah, those
Croc
are fire
type
too.
of
The foam.
Those
Yeah.
ones are decent, but which those are even ugly though too. But they look fire.
Some
Like
of them are fire.
if you're rocking the right fit with it, like it could look
Some of them
fire.
are fire, but I'm not paying $200 for some socks.
That's how much they're going for. So they're just like they look like just like rubber, like
It is like textured on the bottom.
it looks like just like some rubber like rain boots type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not paying too much.
Bro, he's making like he watched Matrix, and he's like, let me make like if I think of Matrix, let me make the clothing for the Matrix.
You seen he was walking around barefoot?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they like he was just walking around.
Nah. What do you mean?
Barefoot.
Just walking around
Like a
the
day
city?
or two before he released the shoes, he was just in the streets and in fucking hotels and shit,
Kanye.
just barefoot.
Kanye. There's one thing I can say about Kanye though. You cannot deny the man's musical genius, bro. Like when I listen to some of these songs, like even like Watch the Throne, the album Watch the Thrones with Jay-Z, like just the ideas and the sound is just so different, bro, than what we like that normal like either boom bap sound or just trap. It's a different type of hip hop. I don't know how to explain it.
Are you excited for the Ty Dolla $ign and Kanye album?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna definitely listen to it, but I've definitely listened to some of the previous projects from Kanye, and I'm just not really a fan, honestly.
The fact we'll never get the old Kanye back is just like
We might, man.
heartbreaking.
We might.
I've
We
been
might,
holding
bro.
on so many times, so
We
many
might.
albums, so many.
I don't know because we don't know. We might. We might. We might.
Did you see him apologize?
No, I didn't see the apology. I heard somebody like I seen something about it, but I didn't look into it. What did he say?
Basically apologize if he hurt anybody. He wasn't trying to attack anybody directly or do anything like that. Basically,
Mm-hmm. Do you think that? Because I think Dr. Umar has mentioned something about Kanye too, and like how he was like, the message he was trying to get was pretty much like he wasn't attacking the whole Jewish race. He's attacking the people in control of everything. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And from that standpoint, I mean, Kanye, like over me, would be somebody that I feel should be able to speak on some of the shit that he's felt as far as business goes with.
But if you're going to, I need proof. And you saying some shit and then saying, oh, look how now after I said some shit, they cut off my bank account and did this and did that. It doesn't exactly like.
It's almost like, well, you punched them in the face, so they're doing.
Yeah, now you kind of gave them the, like, you got to come with something before that, like some proof and shit. Then I'll be like, oh shit. Like if he would have came up with his contract and been like, but he did say shit like all of them are basically the ones who are making these contracts that'll fuck over any artist for first and foremost. Like that's basically their game
And I think
plan.
him exposing that stuff is like, it just goes down to like change and shit, bro. Like real change don't happen unless people like that do speak up on certain shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like ultimately, it comes off the wrong way and it sounds very hateful and everything like that, you know, his message and stuff or whatever. But like, he's speaking on shit that he probably has experienced. You know what I mean?
It's definitely a possibility.
You know what I mean?
It's
That's
a
what
high
I'm saying. There's a
possibility.
high possibility that he's gone fucked over. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's dealt with them hand in hand, you know? So,
And because he's like, we're not on the level of the people at the top, so we don't really see them at like eye level. Like we're kind of just looking up. But
exactly.
We don't know who they are. We don't know
what's going on.
He's actually like meeting them in meetings and fucking talking to them and calling them on the phone and
we don't
you know what I'm saying?
We don't know those conversations. Speaking of Kanye though, his daughter, we never really talked about it, but she had debuted her song.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about
Don't
it?
test me. It's gonna get messy.
Miss Westy?
Just Westy.
Yeah.
Just bless me. Shit.
I will say it's better than Adonis, but also she's a older kid, I think. But
Adonis shit was low key. Like they
don't talk to my man like that.
That was it. Don't talk to my
I
man
like it when you
you
like that.
That's That's kind of hard, bro.
My man.
Yeah, it's just like not together yet, but like
Yeah.
shit. It puts
I'm
that
like,
to-
but I'm thinking like it kind of trips me out. Like, what does the future look like? Because like, let's say they both start going on a crazy run. Like, all of a sudden, Northwest is this crazy musical fucking prodigy, along with Adonis. I'd be crazy,
Mhm.
right?
That would be crazy. And they're fucking going at it with each other,
That's just
rapping
fire.
against each other, or on the same track.
On the same track, like whatever. You
Where
know
the
what I
fuck
mean?
is Jay? Where's Blue Ivy at? Can't
They're
make no
coming
music.
in like, it's your girl.
Jay-Z's gonna be at the house like, you gonna have to get in this race now, baby.
What else? You got anything else on the board? Don't talk to my man
Oh.
like that. Oh, I do got something crazy I want to talk about.
What's up?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So we might have talked about this before in the past, but the Idaho murders. You remember that story about the Idaho murders? The college kids that got stabbed to death in the early hours of dawn and shit.
Nigga, you'd have to break it down more than that. This nigga just gonna say Idaho stabbed early
Okay.
with the time. Like, what the
Okay.
fuck? What was the
So in Idaho, there was 4 college kids that got stabbed in the early hours, like in 4 o'clock in the like in dawn and shit.
Okay,
They got killed. You know what I mean? Like somebody went in there and killed them. Well, did you hear about that story?
No.
No? It was like, I think last year, bro. Like it was crazy, man. Like these 20-year-old kids got killed. 4 of them. And the house that they got killed in, they already demolished it. Or they're set to demolish it. Like, and it's evidence, right? Why would they demolish it?
Well, they didn't already figure out the murder?
Yeah, they got so the guy that got caught, his name is Brian Kohlberger.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing about that guy is that he had a PhD in like criminology or something like that. So he was like studying.
Wait, was this the one that snuck in the window or some shit?
Yeah.
And then like one girl seen him and hid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah, we talked about it. But they're demolishing that house already, bro. That's kind of crazy, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, if they already caught him, what the fuck they need the house for?
Well, he's going through trial now. Like he hasn't even started trial yet.
Oh, well.
It's only a year later and they're demolishing it because I guess the homeowner donated it to the college for some reason. And the college is like, well, we want to get rid of this shit. So they're demolishing it.
Yeah. I mean, they must have
I'm just saying like on a, if I'm an investigator, I'm upset.
Yeah. I mean,
Because you might have to go back in there. You just never know. You know what I
do
mean?
never know, but I'm sure they checked with the investigator and he's like,
Yeah,
no,
it's
we
good.
got everything we could fucking get from that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That was a
We
crazy
know what happened.
Yeah, that was a crazy story. Like this guy was studying to be, he had a PhD in criminology or whatever the fuck it's called, and I don't even know how to say it. Criminology.
What was his reasoning?
So that's the thing. There's no motive really.
Mm-hmm.
He's not connected to any of the people, like any of the victims. He's not connected to them. He just like the weird thing is that like when he committed the murders and stuff, the family members went into investigation mode. So one of the family members found a Reddit page where he was like trying to do a study on murderers and like how do they choose their victims, like what made them do, you know what I mean, like why did they pick the certain person they picked and things like that. So he had like this questionnaire, like he wanted people that like have been convicted of murders and shit to like you know, do a study on them or whatever, but like it was almost like him trying to,
maybe he's trying to figure out what different motives are. So he's like, let me not do any of these. Anybody I
Yeah.
know, my sister, my girlfriend.
yeah. Well, the fucking crime that he committed is pretty fucking heinous, man. He went in there,
Super.
stabbed, 3 women, one male. They were like early
Sleeping,
20s,
right?
sleeping. He goes in there, and it's crazy because there was 2 more people in the house, and they didn't get harmed. But
And one of them looked at him.
and one of them seen
And
him
he seen
leaving.
her, right?
Yeah, they looked at each other, and he
And-
just kept going and stuff. So they don't know why that happened either. But the mistake that he made is that he left because he was pretty. As far as like in the beginning, there was no There's nothing tying him to this.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But he left the thing that the blade goes in, the little leather part. He left that at the scene.
What an idiot.
And on the button where you like button it in,
His
fingerprint right there. And then
that's crazy.
And then the girl said that she's seen a guy with a mask and he had bushy eyebrows. And I forget how they wound up tracking him, tracking him. I forget exactly how they wound up tracking him, but they wound up seeing that his cell phone was pinged in the location multiple times throughout the earlier during that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then even after the crimes, like if he came back to the scene and stuff. And they talk about that a lot when it comes down to shit like that, where people go back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Just on some crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck they do that for, but
yeah, because they just want to double check, make sure it's all good, some shit.
Yeah, but what trips me out about those stories is that it seems just so random. You know what I mean? Like, and then also like the guy he had a PhD in crime. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think I can come with this. Well, first of all, psychopath, but he's fucking trying to see if you can get away with it. Once he learned so much about it, it's just like
he just had
learned so much I could get away with this shit.
Yeah, like, so afterwards though, they do say that like supposedly it was an Instagram page that was following two of the girls. So then they there could be a possibility of him stalking them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like I said, there's really no motive, man. It's just a random attack, and they're getting rid of the house already, and he's gonna go on trial.
It's crazy.
It trips me out though because the other day, like, I mean, I see this or whatever, right? But the other day I had a dream and shit like that. All of a sudden, I'm waking up to niggas in my crib.
That's crazy.
And that shit felt crazy, nigga. I woke up like just crazy, nigga. Like the way I felt and shit. Like
that movie Dream Scenario really had me thinking about my dreams and shit. Like, because I'm like, they're showing different people's dreams, and I'm just like, I don't really have crazy dreams, but also because I'm always smoking, I don't remember any of my dreams. But I feel like even the ones I like or do remember from like before is like I don't remember having like, oh, your teeth are falling out.
Yeah, it's like super spotty and
yeah, like but
you can't kind of put it all together.
No, not even just that, but just like I've never remembered an instance where like you remember the ones where you're trying to run but you're not going nowhere, or like you're fighting but
I had them where you jump and you could like fucking glide and shit.
I feel like I haven't had that, or like you're fighting but like it's no strength in it and shit like.
That one is annoying.
I hate that one. You know what I'm saying?
That was annoying. You swing and there's like no power.
Yeah, you're just trying to fuck this thing up. It's just nothing's happening.
I had another thing happen to me this morning too. That whole sleep paralysis thing.
Oh yeah, you had that happen to you today?
Yeah, I had that happen to me this morning, and bro, like honestly, like it kind of tripped me out, bro. It was like it almost seemed demonic, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What happened?
Just like some like it sound like you ever heard like the depiction of like agony, right? Like the voices, like think of voices in agony, right? Like crying and like
what you're hearing?
Yeah, bro. Like I fucking and then I came out like I just came out of it, nigga. Like some insidious shit. I don't know, nigga.
That's
like,
crazy.
That shit tripped me out. That shit happened to me this morning, bro. Like it was like, what the fuck?
Sounding like the sounds of hell and shit.
Yeah, like that. Like think of like if you could think of like whimpering and like voices and like things like that, bro. That's what I fucking see.
So they always say that religion is a conspiracy. What if it's the opposite? What if science is a conspiracy and they're trying to trick you because they don't want you to be scared of hell? You know how they say that sleep paralysis isn't really
sleep paralysis
demonic? That it's actually sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it's just sleep. Your
what
mind
if it really is demonic?
Well,
but they don't want you to be scared.
Well, the thing is that like I mean, like I said, I've had it numerous times happen to me. I mean, sometimes like I've seen figures. You know what I mean? Like I've seen shit like look over my head. You know what I mean? But I can't make out what it is.
That's just only happened to me like 2 times, but I didn't see anything either those times like that.
You just like knew your surroundings?
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck, like, I can't move. Like the first time I was younger and I was like, I can't move and shit. And I was like trying to call my mom and I just
nothing comes out.
Nothing's coming out. And it felt painful to try to move.
Yeah.
And then the second time I think I was just like sleeping on the couch or some shit and I was just like there. Same shit, like painful to move and shit. But nobody was around, so I wasn't trying to yell. I was just trying to like Move.
It's funny because there's been times that it's happened to me, and I kind of just like, let me just let it go.
Or actually, it's probably happened to me 3 times. Because
Yeah.
then one time happened to me when I was sleeping next to somebody, and I'm like trying to like
Get their
has that ever
attention.
happened to you when they're somebody's right next to you?
Yeah.
That's when it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's funny because my cousin will probably comment on this. He's definitely been in that moment. And like I'm right next to him and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, why'd you try to get me? Like, why'd
You're
you
just
try to
trying
wake me up?
And sometimes they might even be like, I feel like kind of awake or like
Yeah, like you can see their eyes and shit. You
you're
know?
like, fuck, I just want to, please. Or what's happened to me is you're
May
so,
the power of Christ compel you.
you know when it's
Fucking-
happened to me is when you're tired and you're falling asleep.
That's when it happens.
Yeah, like
It happens right when you're tired and like you kind of just doze off a little bit. That's when it happens.
most of the time it's happening to me when I'm like waking up.
Yeah, it's mostly like in
Like
the
or in the
morning,
middle of the night, like I'm waking up. Yeah, like or like 4 a.m.
early
2 a.m.
morning hours. That's when it happens
Yeah.
to me. Early morning hours, and if I'm laying on my back.
Yeah, same.
If I'm laying on my back, that shit's gonna sleep paralysis is happening.
Every time, that's crazy.
No, I'm just saying it's been multiple
Yeah.
times. Like, but no, for sure in the same moment though too. If I don't like turn my position and I fall back asleep, I go back into that type of
Yeah,
sleep.
because I've been
paralysis.
like nodding off and knowing like, oh shit, I'm gonna get sleep. I feel
Bro,
like
I've heard voices, I've seen figures, I've heard music. Like, and when I say music, I'm talking like techno, nigga, like
What the fuck?
and me swinging around the room, my nigga.
What the fuck is wrong with you? That's crazy.
I'm possessed. I'm the chosen one.
Hey man, but I think that's it, man. Appreciate you guys out there, man. Even though we know you're gonna get this after New Year's, and we said it last week, Happy New Year's again, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year's,
The
man.
29th is about to be the New Year, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. If you're here, like, comment, subscribe, all that.
Yo.
Bing, 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 bing. Till next time.
Peace.